Chaffee's up next. He's running for State House in House District 35 over near Kennesaw State University. He's going to help us flip that district that recently went blue back to red. He's a godly man who loves the Lord. He's running on a slogan of God, family, and what was the last part? Constitution. Great guy. This guy also has volunteered in the past for other candidates' campaigns to help them win elections, so he knows exactly the effort that it takes to win. If you can get behind Gary, I think you will be very pleased with the work he'll do in the legislature. Come on up, Gary.
So my name is Gary Chaffee. I'm running for State House 35, Kennesaw, Ackworth, and I love your parents. I love your parents. I love you. Amy Kramer, absolutely amazing. Her parents, her dad was one of my best friends. I always thought the world of them. My name is Gary Chaffee. I'm running for State House 35, Kennesaw, and Ackworth, and it's an honor to be here. It's an absolute honor to be here. And I'm not your typical politician. I've been in healthcare all my life. I started out, I got drafted in 1969 and was a 91 Charlie and did that, got out and met my wife in college right out of getting out of the Army, and we got married and I started my career in the medical field. I was a 91 Charlie, which is combat field medic, so a natural thing for me to do was to go into something medical, so I became a paramedic. I went into the second paramedic class in the state of Tennessee and absolutely loved taking care of people. There's just something about going out and taking care of a person that's in need, and taking care of a situation and just turning things around and keeping them alive, getting them to the hospital. And so, you know, that's what started my career. I met my wife, and my wife Janice, I met her in college, and this past, I feel like one of the greatest accomplishments I've ever had in my life was being married to her for 50 years. Last December 28th, we were married for 50 years. And some people have said that know us real well. She said, boy, I'm going to say, anybody that could put up with you for 50 years has got to be a saint. And my wife did. It's absolutely the same. And I so appreciate what you're talking about, Kay, and it's amazing I know what y'all are going through, because I couldn't have done what I'm doing without Jan. There's absolutely no way in the world I could have done what I'm doing without my wife and the wonderful team. Bill Marsh back there, one of my campaign managers, so you know, God's good. God is absolutely taking care of, in this campaign, every single thing that we did happen. So when I finally got tired of being a paramedic at Grady, because that's a war zone down there, and I got tired of that, and I went into the cardiac cath lab at Keystone about 20-something years ago, and finished my career there and retired when COVID came along. And I just I was retired, and I found myself going out and playing golf. I mean, just doing stuff. And I thought, this is it. This is retirement. How many of y'all are retired? A bunch of people are retired, and I'm like, what in the world is this all about? What is retirement all about? I can't just go play golf. I gotta do something. And I started thinking, you know, we've got Chandler and I, we have three children, 9 grandkids, and 1 little great granddaughter. And I started looking around, and I thought, all my life, I'm 73 years old. All my life, I have been focused on paying the house payment, putting food on the table, and doing all that stuff, and not paying attention to what's going on in this country, what's going on in this state, and what's going on in this county. And all of a sudden, I just looked around, and I'm like, this is nuts. If we don't stand up, and you know what, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people, or whoever's down at the State House at the Capitol, we got to get together. We've got to roll up our sleeves and get together and work together to save this country. If we don't do something, really, really quick. I look at what happened to Trump the other day. That is the most disgusting disgusting, despicable thing I've ever seen in my life that the government did to try to kill that guy.
That's right.
I mean, you know, some people might say, well, you're nuts. No, I feel like that was on purpose what they did. That is absolutely nuts. But it's like, it's not just what happened to Trump, it's everywhere. I mean, it's absolutely everywhere. How many of y'all know Lucretia Hughes? Everybody, a lot of people know Lucretia Hughes. I was talking to her yesterday, and she was talking to me about maybe going to Kentucky to meet Trump, and she's going to be the guest speaker there. And I said, how you doing? And she said, not too good. So it seems like every time I turn around, if I get elected, I'm finding one more thing that I've got to go down there and get to work on immediately. And remember, my background's healthcare. I can learn anything, but it's like my background is healthcare. Lucretia Hughes, I was talking to her, and I said, hey, not too good. We were just, her husband's family had been living on this farm or on this place for years, for a long, long time.
Yeah.
They were just notified the other day that they don't own that property anymore. And I'm like, and she's like, it's devastating. Because they did some kind of, my attorney friend right there, you know about, you could talk more about this than I can, but some kind of quitclaim deed or something that these criminals did, and now they've got to fight to keep their property that's been in her husband's family for years. And I'm like, there's so much stuff going on out there, and it's almost like it's God versus Satan. It's evil. It's absolutely evil what's going on in this country. And I went to the commission. I hope Kane wins this thing. I hope David Cavender wins this thing. If I wasn't running, I'd be out there knocking on the doors for those two people every single day, and you, sir. I would, but it's like, I went to the commissioner's meeting the other night in Marietta, and I was sitting there watching, and I was so thrilled to see the people holding their signs up. We don't trust you. We don't believe you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, good, get in their faces. We don't believe you. And you know, what I noticed was this. A couple of Republicans up there, nice people. I don't know them personally, but nice people. But the rest of them, they were looking at us like we're some kind of an inferior human being. Because this one lady got up and said, well, these are just broke individuals. These are just broke individuals that are hurt, and they don't really maybe mean this. No, those people meant it. We are being taxed. I think that could be the goal. Somebody said something about Marxism, communism. One of the best things that's happened to me in this campaign so far is this guy, one of my neighbors, he handed me this book and he said, Gary, you need to read this. I went home and I read it in 1 week. It's by Jesse Kelly, called The Anti-Communist Manifesto. Now, if you want to know, if you're interested, and I think if you're in this room right now, you're interested. If you want to know exactly why we are in the state we're in right now, get that book. Jesse Kelly, The Anti-Communist Manifesto. You will know real quick exactly why because this didn't just start. This didn't just happen. This has been going on for a long time. A takeover of our country, and to take away our freedoms, to just take away God. Because Marx, he said, all you got to do is dethrone God. You got to do that first. Then you just take over the media, the educational system. Thank God for people like you, Randy Scumhorn, Chastain. These are some real heroes right here. They're standing in the gap and they're protecting our kids. They're the first line of defense against our kids. And it's like because the Marxism, they're trying to take over. So you take over the educational system, the politicians, and the media, and we got you. All you got to do, they said, all you got to do is indoctrinate these kids when they get out of diapers and grow up through. By the time we get them out of college, they're done. Man, we could do anything with them that we want to. They're just foot soldiers then. So God Family Constitution is my campaign. It was very easy for Jan. We sat down and we came up with that, and it's so easy because you look at our founding fathers, and our founding fathers, they always talk about we've got to have God, we've got to have morality. gotta do that. And then families, like we have family and small business. We want to work. I just feel so sorry for people that are in small business, and it's like they need to be focused on a better product, and how are they going to do a better product and service for their customers instead of laying awake at night thinking about unelected bureaucrats that are just trying to destroy everything here. And so small business, I want to support first responders and any of those people. First responders, that's our first line of defense. I'll tell you, when you have a heart attack or something like that, we've got to have good first responders. And so that's what that's where we're at. And I'm just honored and humbled to be here, because I'm not a politician. I'm not a politician. I'm just Gary, and I've just been out there running the streets, trying to take care of people, and I've got a whole lot to learn, but I'm willing to do it if y'all will help me. And it's chaffeeforga.com, and we'll see how things go. Some people say you can't beat an incumbent. Well, if God wants me in there, nothing can stop that.